9 o'clock now on an icy start to your Wednesday. This is one of dozens of wrecks we've been following this morning. A driver losing control along Huffine Mill Road in eastern Guilford County. Her SUV ended up rolling over right into a tree. She wasn't injured, but the car didn't make it so well. That road cleared up just about an hour ago.
And now we want to bring you live video from Forsyth County. This is a head-on collision on Highway 65 near Rural Hall. This is the second serious accident we have seen on that stretch of road this morning. In this case, thankfully there were no serious injuries, but now we're hearing of another serious accident there on Highway 65 in Stokes County. And of course, we are working to get more information on that crash, and we'll bring it to you just as soon as we do.
Good morning. The icy conditions leading to a lot of closings and delays too. Guilford, Davidson, Winston-Salem, Forsyth, Wilkes, Ashe, Allegheny County schools are all closed, as well as Alamance, Burlington. And Guilford County students, had a delay earlier, but they have now changed over to closed.
Yeah, and this drizzle, or as Emily calls it, frizzle, has been coming down throughout the morning. We thought that it might get better as the morning wore on, but Emily, a lot of school systems says it really just got worse.
Well, the temperatures certainly have been very, very cold, and just that little bit of a mist in the air. It's not showing up on radar, as you can see. That little bit of mist still adds another slick layer to every surface that's exposed to the air. And the problem spots we're really going to have to watch out for are those icy bridges. Those bridges have been terrible this morning, and DOT has been treating them and going back and retreating them because they are refreezing. And some of these back roads also that are very twisty turny and also go up and down those hilly, gentle hills on a good day are icy hills on a day like today. Steps and railings outside your door, and you know what? You're going to have to grab that ice scraper probably. The later you wait into the late morning hours, you're going to have a nice little glaze of ice on your windshield. Your defroster can certainly take care of that. It's not very thick, but just be aware you're going to have to allow some extra time to even get your car ready to get out onto the road if you're going. Winter weather advisory for most of the Fox 8 viewing area until noon. The exception is Montgomery County. You were dropped from this advisory earlier this morning, just about an hour ago. Temperatures now between 27 and 28 degrees outdoors, and it's breezy too. We've had some wind chills in the upper teens for a good portion of the morning. So a really unpleasant morning to be out and about. As we look at the big picture here across the deep south, plenty of clouds still clinging to our skies. I don't think we're going to clear out as optimistically as this particular model has been painting. Our low producing that nice cool northeast wind, that's going to move out by tonight into the Atlantic. And a weak high is going to fizzle out, but it will bring at least calmer weather in here for the overnight period. Now, down here to our south, another upper level low. It's going to be swinging right here across the deep south. It'll be far enough south from us. We're not going to deal with precipitation, and it's not going to be ushering in any super cold air. In fact, we'll be above freezing. So if we get a sprinkle or two from that low, it's going to be all liquid, not icy like this morning. Lunchtime, 33 degrees. At least we'll see temperatures above freezing by lunchtime. It's going to be a chilly day, though, with highs in the mid-30s and persistent clouds into the night. Winds are going to calm down tonight. Lows will settle to the upper 20s. Here's your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, 46 degrees. We'll have a peak or two of sunshine also helping us out temperature-wise for Thursday. And a lot of sun headed your way for Friday and Saturday with highs in the low 50s. Increasing clouds Monday, but I'm sorry, that would be for Sunday. But Monday and Tuesday will be mostly sunny and seasonable with highs in the upper 40s.
We've got team coverage all across the Piedmont. Icy roads causing problems around the area all morning.
First, let's check in with Michael Spears, who is at Skeet Club Road. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning. We're at the scene of what was an accident. It has been cleared, Cindy. Skeet Club Road, Barrow Road here in Guilford County, just near Southwest Guilford County, or Guilford High School. Single car crash off into the ditch. We saw them, the wreckers clearing it as we got here earlier. Talked to High Point Police. They tell us one woman behind the wheel. They are blaming this not only on the icy roads, but balding tires. They say this woman's tires, she needed to replace them about a year ago. You can imagine going around this curve where you see these cars here. We're told she slid off the road and crashed into the ditch. No other cars involved, which is the good news. The good news also, she's not seriously hurt. She was transported to the hospital. But I want to point out the speed limit here along Skeet Club Road is 40 miles per hour. When I talk to High Point Police, they say use your best judgment today. Obviously with the road conditions as they are right now, 40 miles per hour may be a little too fast for this road. Off to my right here, DOT crews have come in. They put salt, they put sand down to try to help prevent future accidents here. Even walking up to the scene earlier is extremely slippery. So the cops were telling me that as they were responding to this scene, firefighters were able to get here first because cops not blowing through red lights, even with their sirens on, taking it very slow today. That's their advice to everybody out on the roads. As you mentioned, Guilford County Schools closed today, so folks across the Piedmont taking this very seriously. Back to you.
Michael, thanks very much. We'll let you go for now. The slick roads causing problems. He was in, one part of Guilford County, basically all over this county, many others.
Yeah, Shannon Smith is also in Guilford County in Greensboro. Shannon, where exactly, we're going to check in with her in just a moment. But first, we're going to talk to Jeff Harris, who is with Guilford County Schools, because schools district delayed this morning, 2-hour delay, but then canceled.
Jeff, give us some of the reasoning behind that. Obviously, the conditions were changing, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. This morning when we made the call between 4:30 and 5, road conditions were actually just wet. There were not any slick conditions.
And I know that a lot of parents are probably kind of upset with you, but you did make this in the best interest of the kids, right?
That's right, Cindy. Around the 7 o'clock hour, we realized the conditions were deteriorating, so we quickly got together with the team and made the decision that our best option was to cancel school for the day for the safety of the students, not only on the buses, but also those high school students that have to drive.
What about, were there any buses on the roads at the time that the decision was made?
Yes, in Guilford County, our earliest bus leaves around 5:15, so of course that bus left at 7:15. We had approximately 25 students that were picked up. We contacted all of their parents, let them know that we were closing and we were returning them. So all the students were delivered safely back home.
Now, some parents were hearing naturally kind of angry about that, but with the timing and with your best information there, you were basically, that's all you could do, right?
That's right. Our concern was, having 610 buses on the road and 42,000 students on those buses, plus parents driving, students to school and students driving. It just would not have been a very good situation if we had continued with school today.
Jeff, did you receive any reports of your buses having any problems with the roads?
No, it was more cars. We received reports from the local law enforcement that cars were having accidents. So we did not have any problems with any of our buses. It was mainly due to the number of other vehicles on the road.
To parents who are kind of steamed about the way the decision happened to first delay and then to close, what do you say to them?
Well, we have to make the best call that we can. When you have to make the initial call so early in the morning, not knowing what the conditions are going to be in 3 hours after that, you just have to make the best call for the safety of everyone.
All right, Jeff Harris, thank you so much for joining us by phone this morning.
All right, thank you.
Right now we take a live look at the intersection of Business 40 and Highway 52 in Winston-Salem. And let's talk about Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. At first, classes delayed for about 2 hours. Then after 7, they made the decision to close for the day. Now, the school spokesman Theo Helm told us earlier the district knows that changes like that not ideal for parents, but they continue to monitor the roads not only in one part of the county but all over the county. They knew that we'd be below freezing for a significant portion of the day, and that's why they made the decision to close.
We are continuing to keep an eye on the conditions across the Piedmont. Of course, we will have the latest on air and online. So if you have that Fox 8 mobile app too, you can get it that way.
It's free. A great day to put it on your phone because believe me, it comes in handy. Hey, school's about to get a lot tastier in Texas. The new ag chief there has declared cupcake amnesty.
Yeah, they were banned as part of the strict nutritional limits put into place in 2004. Students weren't allowed to take cupcakes, no cookies or any other sugary treat to school. Agriculture Chief Sid Miller says it's just plain wrong to tell parents that they can't take cookies to school for class parties. He also promised to get rid of a ban on deep fryers and sodas in schools there. A 3-year-old girl now sporting a new shorter hairdo after getting her first haircut. Little Haley Pastorell donated her hair to Locks of Love. She cut off 11 inches. This happening in Ohio. Haley's mom, Jennifer, says, you know what, this is very, very special because her own mother, Haley's grandmother, died of ovarian cancer when She was only 15 years old. So the mom, who's also a registered nurse, says she couldn't be more proud of her daughter. Haley's haircut took about 30 minutes, and guess what? She walked away with a new teddy bear.
Well, a teenager under arrest able to do something pretty amazing. Why are they all smiling there? Yeah, the teen was in a precinct in Florida, handcuffed. The officer booking him collapsed. Even though he was in handcuffs, the 17-year-old started screaming for help. Other police officers heard him. They joined in to give the officer CPR, put him on a defibrillator. The doctors say if that teen had not signaled for help, the officer might have died. The teen was being taken to jail for a probation violation after being arrested for burglary and criminal mischief. Meanwhile, the officer doing a lot better, and he hopes to be back to work in a month. You know, when you step outside, these freezing temperatures are enough to make you shiver.
And think about this. When you see somebody shivering, do you feel cold too? Turns out there's some science behind that. And a live look at the icy roads around the Piedmont. Looks like our signal has frozen just a little bit, but don't worry. We will continue to update you on the road conditions as soon as the Fox 8 Morning News continues.